on a journey to help you improve your self-awareness. And joining us again is registered counsellor Tammy Cruz with 5 tips on how to practice mindfulness at home. So I hope you've got your pen and paper ready or taking notes on your phone. Tammy, 5 tips.
Perfect.
Let's start.
Let's go. So I think let's go with the first one. Micro-mindful moments, right?
Mindful moments. Okay.
So I understand that we can't just give 2 hours a day to go sit in a quiet room and just be with ourselves. I understand that that's not really possible for everybody, but breaking it down into little tiny parts of your day. So 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. It's just little tiny moments throughout your day that makes such a difference at the end of the day.
Okay,
Nice.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
So one of the ways that I was able to implement that in my life is with something called temptation bundling. So you bundle something that you do all the time. So for me, I enjoy a cup of coffee. So you then bundle the coffee with getting mindful. So you're attaching it to something that you do out of habit. So when you do the habit, your mindfulness becomes automatic. Isn't that cool?
I love that. That's
Yes.
a really great idea. I think let's go with the second one. So I would say the second one is using technology. There are so many apps available.
Right.
A lot of them are free. The one that I use every single night is called Oak, like an oak tree.
Okay.
And it's free, and it has guided meditations, it has sleep podcasts, it has breathing exercises, and it's a really wonderful opportunity. Even YouTube, there are so many videos online that we can really have access to, and they're free, right? There's all the stuff available, and we need to use it. So
I love that you say that and you mentioned that, because we often blame technology as a distraction, which it is. But the really cool thing about technology is that it's also giving us access to these apps. And like you say, so many of them are free. So use the apps to help you to get mindful.
100%. Even setting alarms can be
Yes.
really helpful of going, oh, I mustn't forget in my lunch break to do it. The next one I would say is doing something that fits into your normal day, right? So whether it's on your way to fetch the kids or in between meetings, right? It's just little bits that fit in, because trying to fit it into a big gap of like an hour, fitting into that in your day is not really possible. And so fitting into your normal schedule every day and looking for where you could find those gaps is how we do it.
Give me an example.
So let's say, for example, in between clients, I go pretty much client to client, and if I don't do a 2-minute come down from that, the impact that has on the next session is I'm not as emotionally available for my next client,
like that.
right? And so those 2 minutes, I know to include that in my day. It's possible to get those 2 minutes.
Yes, I like that. So you come down from one interaction and you almost recalibrate to start another interaction.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
The next one I would say, the idea of mindfulness maybe isn't, you think it isn't for you, right? And so finding something that is for you is how we're going to make it feel like it's not a chore. It is part of your life. It's a coping skill that you use every day to make yourself feel better, right? And so doing things that maybe breath work isn't for you, maybe guided meditation is, or progressive muscle relaxation is. So looking for the thing that is authentic to you is how we are going to make sure that it sticks.
Yes, and it could be something as simple as going for a walk.
Exactly. Mindful walks are such a wonderful example. If that's something that you incorporate in your day and feels authentic to you, absolutely go for a mindful walk.
Okay.
And then the last one is mindful transitions. And this
Mindful transitions, okay.
Yeah, it's an absolute favorite of mine. It is that we do, or we have a moment of mindfulness in between the parts of our day. So towards the next meeting or on our way to fetch the kids, right? So it's in those gaps that we can really fit it in. So it's the transition between getting up now and going off to lunch. Just before you go to lunch, let's just come back down towards yourself and get you from here, building yourself all the way up for the day and bringing you back down here. So it's in those transitional moments. So it doesn't have to be a set time,
Yes.
2 o'clock I do it, right? It's just part of the transitions in your day.
Thank you so much, Tammy. So if you could leave viewers with one thing to start, maybe the 5 is too overwhelming, but they start with just one, what would your one be?
My one would be right now, in this moment, take a moment and come back towards yourself and go, how am I right now? What do I need? What do I need for this moment? How do I feel a bit calmer? Where am I at? Do I have 30% left for the day, or do I have 5% left for the day? And then start there.
That is so powerful. Thank you so much, Tammy. That was insightful. Thank you for sharing your tips. And I encourage you to ask yourself that question, how am I right now? I hope that these tips help you to stay present and mindful and bring you more moments of serenity and self-discovery.